So in the last class we have studied about how can you calculate the area, or the how can you compute this double integration whenever the domain is either the rectangular domain, which is a more simpler case, and whenever the domain is non-rectangular in nature. So it could be of any shape, right? So what does that mean? Suppose in this two-dimensional plane x and y, some kind of domain is given to you. So what you do, you have this z-axis also. So this is your origin. So you are now in three-dimensional plane, and you are given some function f of xy, which is a surface in three-dimensional plane. So this surface would look something
Morning,
like
ma'am.
this. So the surface would look something like this, right? So what we have to do, we have to compute the volume of this particular domain to the given surface. So whatever is this volume, that is given by the double integral, as we have seen previously. So whatever is this volume, that is given by the double integration. Okay, so this is already what we have done. So here let us try and solve one question. The question is, solve integration from 0 to 1, integration from x to square root of 2 minus x square, x dy dx divided by square root of x square plus y square, right? So this is the integration that you are given to solve. So here you see we have the variable limits in x and the constant limits in y. So that means first of all you would have to, these limits are of x, y, and these limits are of x. So that means firstly you have to perform the integration with respect to y and then with respect to x. So for that, the first step is to visualize the solution. So the first step is to visualize. So how can we visualize this thing? For that you should know what is your domain. For domain, you can look at your given limits. Now what are the limits that are given to you? You see from here, y is equal to x is the lower limit, and y is equal to square root 2 minus x square is the upper limit. These are the variable limits in y. Moreover, the limits in x, they are given to be x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1. So that means you obtain 4 equations from here. So you have to draw these 4 equations in order to observe or visualize the given domain. So here this y is equal to x. What is that? So let me draw the coordinate axis. This is x axis, this is y axis, and this is the origin. So what is y is equal to x? That is a straight line passing through origin, making an angle of 45 degrees with the x-axis. So this is y is equal to x. Now the second curve, that is y is equal to square root of 2 minus x square. You can also write this to be y square is equal to 2 minus x square, or in other words you can write this to be x square plus y square is equal to 2. So that means this is a circle having center at 0 0 and radius as square root 2, right? So this is a circle. So we can draw the circle having center at 0 0, this point, and say square root 2 is somewhere here. So our circle would be something like this, right? Okay, and so we have two more equations. One is x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 means this y-axis. So this y-axis, this curve, and x is equal to 1 would be somewhere here. X is equal to 1. This point, what is this point? This is square root 2 comma 0. What is this point? This point is 0 comma square root 2. And what is square root 2? It is 1.414. So accordingly, your 1 x is equal to 1 would be somewhere here. So that means you will have a line like this. So this is your this is x is equal to 0, this is x is equal to 1, and moreover we have y is equal to x and y is equal to square root of 2 minus x square. So the bounded region here, what would be that? Between this line, this line and this line, what would be that? This would be this particular area. So this is our area with respect to which we have to perform the integration. So what we have to perform the integration of? The integration of this particular function. So our function f of xy, that is given to be x divided by square root of x square plus y square. So we have to perform this integration with respect to the given domain, this one. Now according to this domain, we have to solve this integration from 0 to 1, integration from x to square root of 2 minus x square, x divided by square root of x square plus y square, dy because these are the limits of y, and then dx because these are the limits of x. Now here, if whenever you have the variable limits, that means how are you calculating the area? You are calculating the area in this way. You will be taking some vertical line into this region. So the line which enters here would be your lower limit, and the lines which leave here would be your upper limit, right? And accordingly, at this point the value of y is equal to x, and at this point the value of y is equal to square root 2 minus x square. So this is what we have. So now you can solve this and calculate the limits. But what if I want the limits to be changed? That means I'm looking for the integral where the function remains the same, there is no change in this function, but the role or the order of this x and y, they changes. So that means you have to write the limits of x here and the limits of y here. So the region would be the same obviously, but now the direction of this vertical line would change into the direction of the horizontal line. So accordingly, say this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, this is the line y is equal to x, and then you have the circle. So this circle, say, and then you have the line here as you have the line this as this one, x is equal to 1, this is x is equal to 0, this is y is equal to square root of 2 minus x square, and your region was this one. Now instead of taking a vertical line here, you will take a horizontal line, right? And moreover, by taking the horizontal line, if you take it here, your lower limit would be the same, but the upper limit would be this particular line, y is equal to x. And if you take the vertical horizontal line here, so that means your lower limit would be the same, that is here the lower limit would be x is equal to 0, so x is equal to 0 would come as such, but the upper limit here would be according to this particular curve. So what could be done? We can divide this whole region into two parts. So first is this part and second is this part. So accordingly, your integration, this one, would now be written into two integrations, right? Your function would come as such, there is no change, the limits will change. So let's see how the limits changes. So in the first case, in the first region, if this is your line, if this is your horizontal line, so here the limit of lower limit of x, that is equal to 0, and the upper limit of x is according to this curve. This curve, actually this curve is what? This curve is x square plus y square is equal to 2. So from here you obtain x is equal to square root of 2 minus y square. So you have the value square root 2 minus y square here. And the limits of y, they varying from not from here to here, but now from here to here, because in the first case we are only calculating this for this particular region. So for this particular region, what is the value here? The maximum value here is, this point was square root 2 comma 0, and this point was 1 comma 0. When you calculate these points, so they come out to be this. So your y value is now from, I'm sorry, here x is 0 and the y is square root 2 and 1. So the points would be modified. So they would be, at this point it is 0 comma square root 2, and at this point it would be 0 comma 1. Yes, so the value of y varies from 1 to square root 2. And in the second case, for the second region, this is your second region. So in this case, your lower limit of y, that is the same, the lower limit of x, I'm sorry, the lower limit of x, that would be 0, and the upper limit of x would be here, and here the value of x is equal to y. And what would be the lower values of y? Now the y varies from here to here only. So here the value of y is 0, and here at this point the value of y, that is equal to 1. So this is how you write your limits. Now what was the need to do that? Now you would say, I could very easily solve one integral, this one integral. So why do I go on changing the limits first? Why should I change the limits and then solve two integrals if I get the same answer? So the reason here is, when you solve this, when you compute this, the calculation becomes typical. So that is why in various geometries it is more easy to use to solve the integral by firstly changing the limits, or changing the order of these limits. So you now got the idea that how can you change the limits. If you are given this variable limits of y, that means you are taking this vertical line, you can change this to the corresponding horizontal line and then take the variable limits for x, and then you can compute the answer. So now you can very easily compute the answer. So let us solve this one. So it would be, here we have to perform the integration with respect to x. So we can substitute this as some other variable, and we have the derivative present above. So it would be equal to the limits of y varying from 1 to square root 2 as such, dy as such, and then the integration of this particular term. So it would be equal to x square plus y square raised to power 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2, right? And we have 1 by 2 here also, and the limits varies from x, the value of x varies from 0 to 2 minus y square whole square root. And the second limit, y would be from 0 to 1 dy, and its integration would also be the same. It would be x square plus y square raised to power 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. So you can substitute the limits. Here x varies from 0 to y. So when you substitute the limits, here in this case, this 1 by 2 cancels, this also cancels. So we have y is equal to 1 to square root 2. So in this case, x square would be 2 minus y square, right? And y square would be as
Ma'am,
such.
ma'am, your voice is not.
So here we just have to solve this integral. What would be this? 2 minus y square plus y square raised to power 1 by 2.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear, ma'am.
Let me see. So here we obtain 2 minus y square plus y square raised to power 1 by 2 into dy, and here we obtain x, not x square but y square plus y square raised to power 1 by 2, and the limits of integration from 0 to 1 dy. So what do you obtain finally when you take the integration? So finally you have this, the answer is equal to 1 minus 1 by square root 2. Is it the same as you obtain? So the next question is question 2, that says change the order of integration. Change the order of integration. Sometimes it is given to you in the question directly that you have to first change the order of integration and then solve. Otherwise, in some of the applications, whenever you are solving by the direct method, it becomes impossible to solve the calculation. The calculation becomes too lengthy and difficult to solve, and sometimes the geometry is so typical that you firstly have to go for changing this order of integration and then evaluate it. So it is up to your wisdom how do you see the problem. So in this question they have directly given you that change the order of integration and then find the value of this integration. So for that, first of all, the first step is to visualize. For that we have to draw the particular region. So for drawing the region, what we have to do, we have to list the limits. So the lower limit here, this limit is of y because the integration is firstly performed with respect to y. So we have y is equal to x square, and then we have y is equal to 2 minus x, and these limits they are for x. So you have x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1. So these are your limits of integration. So now according to these limits we have to plot the region. So we first draw our coordinate axis. So this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. Now x is equal to 0 would be this particular line, y-axis, right? Your y-axis. And then say this point is 1. So you have x is equal to 1 as this line. And then you draw y is equal to x square. Y is equal to x square, that would be the upward parabola. This is x is equal to 1, x is equal to 0, and you have this line. What is this line? This is x plus y is equal to 2. So when you have x as 0, the value of y is equal to 2. So say at this point, whenever your x is 0, the value of y is 2, and whenever y is 0, the value of x is 2. So that means it this point is 2 comma 0. So this straight line would pass through these 2 points. So you have to check what is the point of intersection here. Obviously here the value of x is 1. So when x is 1, y is also 1. So this point is 1 comma 1. Now the last curve is this one. So you have to plot this, but while plotting this you have to see where this parabola meet this line or the line x is equal to 1. So from here when you see when x is equal to 1, your y is also equal to 1. So that means your parabola passes through this point, and whenever here also whenever x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. So that means your parabola passes through this point. So make sure to draw the correct figure when you visualize this region. Here also you can compute the values. So but this point is not required. Why? Because our region is bounded only by these 4 lines. So what would be your region? So your region in this case would be bounded by this particular curve, right? And this particular line, this line, and this line. So obviously your region is this particular region. So now in order to now you see what limits are given to you. The limits, variable limits, are given to be that of y. So that means uh, previously you were given you have to take the vertical line. Now instead of this vertical line, now because we are to change the limits, to change the order of integration, what we are to do, we are to convert this integral, which was given to be from 0 to 1, the values of x and the values of y, from x square to 2 minus x, xy dy dx, to another variable, to the opposite limits. That means you first have to write the limits of x and then the limits of y, but you do not know yet what are the limits, so you will determine these limits from this figure. So from this figure you have to determine what is the value of x and what is the value of y. Now when you see these limits, so in that case, you have to take the horizontal line instead of the vertical line. So how can you take the horizontal line? When you take this horizontal line, so when you take the horizontal line, it could either be like this or like this, right? So that means the lower limit is the same. The lower limit is the value of x here. The value of x here is 0. So in both the cases, the lower limit is the value of x, that is 0. But the upper limit here is for this particular curve is according to this curve. And what is this curve? This curve is y is equal to x square. So that means for here the value of x, what is that? Square root y. And for this particular line, the upper limit would be according to this curve. And according to this curve, what is the value of x? According to this curve, the value of x is equal to 2 minus y, right? So we have to divide our region into two parts. So we just draw a line here. So this one is the upper region, say your region number 1, and this part is, say, your region number 2. So according to that, we divide our integration here. So it would be integration, the limits of y and the limits of x from 0 to something, plus again the function as such, dx dy. Now in the for the first region, what are the limits of x? For the first region, x varies from 0 to this point. This point is x is equal to 2 minus y. So the limits are from 0 to 2 minus y. And here, what is the value of y for the first region? This point was 1. So here the value of y is 1. And here what is the value of y? So you see at this point the value of y is 2. So the limits here are from 1 to 2. Y varies from 1 to 2. And similarly, for the second case, the values of y, they are from 0 to 1, and the values of x, they are from 0 to square root y. How? Because when you see this vertical line here, according to this vertical line, the value of x is 0, and here the value of x is square root y, and the limit here of y is 0, and here the y is 1. So accordingly, you have these limits. So now you can very easily solve this integration. So what would be this? When you integrate with respect to x first, so you have y from 1 to 2. You will keep y as constant, so you have x square y by 2 into dy, and the limits are from x varying from 0 to 2 minus y. And then here you have y varying from 0 to 1, and then here also x square y by 2, and the limits are from x varying from 0 to square root y dy. So we just simplify this thing. So it is y varying from 1 to 2. X square by 2 would be constant, and in place of x, we will substitute the limits. In place of x, we will substitute the limits. So what would be the limit? 2 minus y whole square divided by 2 into y minus 0, right, into dy. And in the second case, from 0 to 1, you have the value as y square by 2 minus 0 into dy. So now we have to perform this integration. So what you can do, you can open up this bracket. So you have 4 plus y square minus 4y into y divided by 2 into dy, right? And here it's integration, the integration of y square by 2. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am.
Okay, so the second integration here, that is equal to y cube divided by 6 dy, and the limits of y from 0 to 1. So we can solve this. 4y by 2, that means 2y. The integration of 2y would be y square, and then we have y cube by 2, its integration would be y to the power 4 by 8, right? And here we have minus 2y square, so its integration would be minus y cube by 6, and the limits here of y are from 1 to 2, and these are this value is from after integration, right? So the limits directly would be from y varying from 0 to 1. So this term would be equal to 1 by 6. So this is equal to 4 plus 16 by 8, that is 2, and 8 by 6, that is 4 by 3, when you substitute the upper limit. And for the lower limit, it is 1 plus 1 by 8 minus 1 by 6, and you have plus 1 by 6, right? So when you solve this, you have 4 plus 2, 6 minus 1, that is 5, and then you have minus 4 by 3 minus 1 by 8 plus 2 by 6, that is 1 by 3. So when you simplify this, your final answer would be 3 by 8. So this is your answer.